Hello and welcome to Bombay Talkies. My guest today is somewhat unusual, a film star whose commercial successes or failures have had no impact on her status as one of the leading actresses and even as some say divas of the film industry. Kareena Kapoor joins me on Bombay Talkies. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
For agreeing to do this. Explain this Kareena contradiction. I mean, commercial successes or failures have no impact on your star status. How does that work? It only seems to work for you, by the way.
I take that as a very big compliment.
Well, it's a double-edged compliment actually, but
I know it is, but it's nice. It's nice, but I don't know how. I mean, it's been actually it is quite weird because even I keep asking myself this question all the time when I'm like sitting and lying around in bed. I'm like, I don't know how this is happening, but I don't know. I guess I'm somewhere just blessed. I don't know why.
I was hoping you wouldn't use the word blessed because that's something which all of you use so often. You're also blessed.
But I can use it that I'm truly blessed in this way.
But you think it's nothing to do with lineage anymore? It's nothing to do with the fact that you're film aristocracy being a Kapoor. It's gone beyond that.
Yeah, I think because, you know, most of the men in the industry were not working when me and Karishma had joined. So I think that it has nothing to do with that because Karishma had her fair share of struggle.
It was probably that earlier.
Yeah, exactly. But not anymore. And if I mean, not naming anyone, but I think there are a lot of actors' children who have probably not made it as much as their parents have. So I don't think lineage has anything to do with it.
No, what I mean is the fact that you still somehow seem to sustain this image of being like, whatever, one of the top 3 actresses. You probably get paid as much as the top 3 actresses. It's interesting, isn't it? I mean, how that works.
It is interesting, yeah, of course it is. It's nice. But I think that, like I said, you know, if you're really talented, if you have the talent, if the filmmakers and directors you work with have the faith in you, I think there's nothing to stop you.
But then why didn't so many films work? If all of that was working, if it was, as you say, talent and filmmakers, then why didn't so many films work?
You know, firstly, I think that my choice of films in the beginning were not really good. I just did films, honestly, to be just, you know, okay, I'm working every day, I'm doing a 9 to 9 shift, and that kind of thing. It was never really looking into the script. Actually, the only time...
Which of the films did you think in the beginning didn't work? For example?
I think a lot of films, trust me, most of the initial ones, I think apart from Mujhe Kuch Kehna and Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum, a lot of films that I did were just for the sake of probably, like you said, big money or being one of the highest.
What were these films that I always carry filmographies because my memory is increasingly failing me. But you mean stuff like Ajnabi and Mujhse Dosti Karoge?
Mujhse Dosti Karoge was great. I mean,
this is why when you come down to each film, then everything suddenly becomes great. Jeena Sirf Mere Liye.
A few like films like Khushi.
Khushi.
And, you know, Jeena Sirf Mere Liye. I probably didn't listen to the scripts as such.
Main Prem Ki Diwani Hoon.
That I can't count because that'll always be one of landmark. I don't know why, because it builds my relations with the Rajshrees.
Oh, okay. So I guess in that way every film means something. But I'm saying a lot of these films commercially didn't work. I mean, some of them may have got you good profile, but commercially they weren't working.
Right, exactly, absolutely. I agree with you. In fact, Mujhe Kuch Kehna was my second film after Refugee, which really worked at the box office. And it had a new actor in it, a new star. And I think most of the films where I've done, like even a Chameli with Rahul Bose, that did well to a limited extent at the box office because it was a smaller film. But I think most films that I've done
are flops.
Most of them, but some of them have...
Kareena, that's why they're really honest.
Yeah.
If you admit that most of your films are flops.
Yeah, that's true. It has happened, but it doesn't ever stop. I don't think it's ever stopped me. Like you said in the beginning, I don't think it's ever stopped me. And
but it surely must be getting to you at some level, right? Like it must bother you, I guess, just privately. Forget.
No, trust me, because you know there are a lot of actresses who are part of successful films, but do not get that much. You know, just being a part of it. I don't want to obviously take names and stuff, but there are actresses who are probably in big films doing nothing, just, you know, standing on the side. But I choose not to do that. I choose not to do it, and it's something I will not do.
But it's just that, so where do you think then was the problem? You think that the choice of films, you said the choice of films, you're perhaps being a little, you're indiscriminate at the
money
beginning.
making in the beginning. That was it, more than anything else.
Well, you didn't need the money, I mean.
It was just a high that I was young and one of the highest paid actresses in the country. So I was like, oh, I want to... It was just that. I was like barely 18, 19. So I think Chameli onwards, my career started, is where I kind of pulled the brakes and said that, now I want to do the quality work that I want. And then along came Yuva and,
But commercial success still hasn't come. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah, apart from Mujhe Kuch Kehna Hai, Netras and Halchal, to a limited extent, yeah. But as you say, like a very, very big bonanza. I guess probably it never will come, but it does, trust me, it doesn't bother me. It just doesn't.
But there were, of course, those now well-chronicled moments when you said no to a couple of films and all of that. Does that ever haunt you? Like, does the whole Kal Ho Na Ho thing still haunt you, or you move beyond that?
No, I think I've moved beyond that, definitely. It was too many years ago, and like I said, that films will come, films will go, and I think that I'm not the kind to regret whatever I've done. I'm not. No.
So that's still not like a thing that you, if you ever like watch, maybe this film is playing on TV, you go, damn, I wish I'd done that.
No, I think as a person, I'm very beyond films. I'm at a stage where I'm very like, I've learned to let go of things. I'm not the kind that, oh, I should have done this film, or why wasn't I in this film. It really doesn't matter.
Really?
Truly doesn't matter.
But even with that whole Kal Ho Na Ho episode, it probably bothered you at that time, right? When the film became a huge success at that time?
Like I've always said that it didn't really bother me at that time about the film as such. Like I always said, Karan and me were always good friends. And I kind of didn't talk to him for
a while.
And I think that bothered me the most. And the fact that, two friends can get together and be together is what's important.
And that got sorted out eventually?
Yeah, of course. And I completely guard his friendship with exactly like a little baby, because he means a lot to me as a friend, and I think films irrespective, doesn't matter.
And the same thing happened even with Kaho Na Pyar Hai. Were you supposed to be part of that?
Yeah, I was, but things didn't work out there, and then I got Refugee. But I always maintained that there's no better break than a Refugee, because
Refugee was great.
The role that I got to prove to a lot of filmmakers that that I'm actually here as an actress. I'm in this part of a commercial success.
And right from your first film.
But that's a conscious decision which I've always taken, that I will not probably just stand around and do nothing and have 2 songs and 5 scenes, and I don't want to do that anymore.
That's it, that's out.
No way.
No more of those poor roles.
That's why I'm out of work right now. I'm not even working anymore. I don't have films out of choice because I don't want to. I'm just tired and exhausted of that.
My gosh, this is a very, different Kareena Kapoor we're interviewing here. You don't have nothing now lined up till how long?
From May, actually, is going to be the time I start shooting next year. I'm shooting for Zoya Akhtar's film with Hrithik. And after that, Mani Ratnam's film, Larger with Amir.
So Zoya Akhtar, Mani Ratnam, that's kind of where you're thinking. That's kind of where
either the best or
it's nothing.
It's nothing.
So we're talking to a completely unemployed Kareena Kapoor.
Right now, completely unemployed.
Hard as it may seem to imagine. But Kareena, tell me, as far as this whole commercial thing is concerned, you still, you don't lower your rates or anything, is it? You still charge what you always charge.
It's not like there's a fixed rate, but I definitely know that I know what I get, and what I get is what I deserve, is that, because I put in that much work. I will give that weightage to a film, to a project. I know that, and I know what I deserve, so I just ask for something that's very fair, which I think I should get.
It doesn't matter that commercially there haven't been successes, you still think you deserve whatever that amount is.
I think that's the best way. That's how it goes in Hollywood as well. A lot of films of a lot of actors don't do well. But that doesn't mean that, if an XYZ, a Julia Roberts or a Cameron Diaz gives a flop, that doesn't mean that she's not going to be that. So I go according to that. That's one thing which...
And what is this amount? Let's reveal all on Bombay Talkies.
Oh, well, not that much. You're not going to get everything out of me.
What's the ballpark? Come on. These are all now transparently...
No. There's no ballpark. It'll probably shift and vary for producers, depending producer to producer.